We're going to call this meeting to order. It is 6:07 p.m. This is a special meeting, August 13th, 2020. Can we have a roll call, please, Ms. Wester?
Kennard,
Present.
Piles,
Present.
Funderburg, Terrell,
Present.
Beard,
Here.
Wester present, Funderburg, Martell,
Here.
Miss Funderburg, I can't tell if her screen froze or not. Is she still there, Mr. Cooper?
Ms. Piles, if you want to text her, maybe it might be best for her to just call in. She's got a bad signal.
Okay.
And my apologies to for audience participation for the delay.
How do you want to proceed, Mr. Martell?
We will call this meeting to order and we'll get through some of the procedural stuff. But again, normally we would just move forward due to the substantive nature. I would like to have all members present, but we'll move forward and get through some of the procedural stuff. So at this time, we're going to open the meeting up. We got a 5-1. We're going to open the meeting up. We have a quorum, and it's duly noted that Ms. Funderburg is having technical difficulties temporarily. At this point in time, I'm going to please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we move forward into the remainder of the agenda, after speaking with, we have several substantive items today, but after speaking with our legal counsel who is present, and let me take a second to acknowledge Attorney Timothy Gardner. Thank you for joining us today. I've been informed that our closed session, it wouldn't cause us no detriment to put it off until Monday. And for that reason, we have a couple positive things I'd like to keep this meeting focused. For that reason, I'm going to make a motion to amend the agenda to remove our closed session item, which is agenda item 6, and then therefore 7 as well. Is there support?
Support.
If there's no discussion, can we have a roll call, please?
Piles,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Terrell,
I apologize. Yes.
Kennard,
Yes.
Wester, yes, Funderburg, Martell,
Yes. Ms. Funderburg, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
thank you.
So we're going to, all right, so motion carries, agenda is amended. We're going to move into, and so the closed session is removed. And we're going to move forward with the public comment. Now, again, the floor is going to be open for public comment. 3 minutes. limit on speaking and no personal attacks, please. We have two items today, which is the ratification of the Local 64 LOU and an employment contract. Is there anybody from the public which wishes to address the board regarding those items? Okay, if not, we're going to proceed. I'm very excited about both of these particular items today. I'm going to turn it over to our interim superintendent, Ms. Nicole Crockett, regarding the approval of the ratified agreement and LOU for Local 64.
Good evening, everyone. We are asking that the board approve the ratified agreement between the district and Local 64. This agreement allows the district to realize some cost savings without having to outsource our I was going to say our people, our local secretaries. So we are glad that this was able to go forward. There was collaboration on both sides, and we are happy to be able to move on.
Thank you so much, Ms. Crockett. If there's a topic sheet, if somebody could read that for the purposes of discussion, we can open this up.
I have it.
Please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the ratified agreement and letter of understanding with Local 64. The rationale is an agreement reached between Local 64 and central office due to COVID-19 budget cuts from Lansing affecting the 2020-2021 school year.
Or so moved by Ms. Kyle, supported by myself, Martell. Is there any discussion? I would just like to just start by saying I'm very thankful that the resolution in this matter is very important to myself personally and as well as to the community, that we protect our workers. They're more than just employees to us, they're family, and I think also 64 is just part of the backbone of our community. So thank you, Ms. Garrison. Thank you, Local 64, for your hard work, and thank you to our central office and everybody that was involved in bringing this to fruition. Any additional from the board? If not, we can go to a roll call.
Beard,
Yes.
Terrell,
Yes.
Kennard,
Yes.
Piles,
Yes.
Thunderbird,
Yes.
Wester, yes, Martell,
Yes.
carries unanimously. Mr. Martell.
Yes, ma'am. My apologies. I was muted. I was muted, correct?
Yes, you were.
Okay, forgive me. So we'll move forward again to the next action item, which is employment contract. We have Attorney Timothy Gardner here with us today. I expect that all board members had an opportunity to review the communication which was sent over. Mr. Gardner is here to answer any and all questions. I thank him for his assistance in this process. And the floor is yours, Mr. Gardner, if you'd like to say a few words. You're on mute, sir.
You're on mute.
There we go. I think I'm off mute now.
I want to thank the board president for giving me the introduction. My name is Tim Gardner with Troon Law Firm. You have in front of you an employment contract for the superintendent candidate. That's Dr. Edmondson. Obviously, there are some terms that you're aware of that have been put in place. It's a 3-year contract. The tentative agreement that the parties reached was $147,500. There are other terms that you might have questions about, so feel free to ask me those at this point in time and juncture, and I'll give you the best answer that I have. So the floor is open if you have questions about the proposed contract. And if not, that's okay too.
Mr. Martell, my question isn't for Mr. Gardner, but has our finance director verified the costs and whether we can afford this?
Ms. Rudolph is present with us today. She did also receive a copy. Ms. Rudolph, are you with us? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Would you like to address that?
Yes, I have looked at the terms, and yes, we can afford this.
Is there any additional from the board?
Okay.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions, may we put the motion on the floor?
I'm not opposed. Mr. Gardner, is there any procedural issues with that?
No, you can move forward. Please do.
Okay. Mr. President, I move that the Board of Education approve the contract for Dr. Benjamin Edmondson as Superintendent of Romulus Community Schools.
Support.
Kennard.
Been moved by Ms. Piles. It's been supported. If there's no further discussion, we can have a roll call.
Piles,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Terrell,
Yes.
Thunderbird, Kennard,
Yes.
Lester, yes. Martell,
Yes.
Thunderbird,
Yes.
unanimous.
I'm very excited. You know, it's a new day for Romulus Community Schools, and I'm confident that this is just the start of our rebuild. I'm very excited. Thank you again, Mr. Gardner, for your assistance and helping to bring a fair and reasonable contract to fruition. And I welcome Dr. Edmondson. I'm very excited. We're going to move forward to the communications and questions from the public. The floor is open. Same policies and procedures apply. At this time, if you'd like to speak, please unmute yourself, and the floor is yours. Again, if anybody from the audience would like to speak at this point, the floor is open. I will leave it open. Feel free to unmute yourself, and it's not limited to agenda items, but again, I'm very excited about the 2 agenda items of today. Okay. If not, I will turn it over for board members. If board members would like to address the public at this time, floor is open.
Mr. President,
Yes, Ms. Files.
I would just like to speak about Local 64. I am really glad that all parties involved were able to work together in the best interest of students and this district. And I want to thank all of the secretaries for the work that they do and for their willingness to understand the need to readjust. Thank you for that. Thank you for everyone at central office who worked together to make that happen and make it a productive and constructive collaboration. And welcome to Dr. Edmondson. I am looking forward to great things happening in this district and encourage everybody to reach out and get to know him and come together as a district and a community and do great things for our students.
I like to piggyback off of Ms. Piles. Thank you for our Local 64 being able to work through this and make these adjustments because you are the backbone of the district. I am so glad that everything worked out well. And I also want to welcome Dr. Edmondson as our new superintendent. I look forward to working with you as we move our district forward.
And this is Kennard. I'd like to add to that. I'd like to thank the local and all those individuals who were at the table to sing and making these things happen with the agreement, because we know it's not easy when we have to make these types of concessions and meetings and so forth. So we want to be thankful of the fact that we were able to accomplish that. And the next thing is to our new superintendent, Dr. Edmondson. Welcome aboard. We look forward to moving forward and working with the things that we need as a place for our district in terms of move forward in rebuilding and developing our school district. And to all those stakeholders and all the individuals who sent all their information and touching bases with each one of us, we as a board welcome that. We thank you very much for your input and rest assured you were heard. And we also want to say stay safe. Thank you.
Mr. President, again, as I've stated before, we need our secretaries. And I'm so happy that everything worked out, that we were able to come up with an agreement in order to continue to move the district forward. As well, I'd like to welcome Dr. Edmondson to the district and just waiting to see everything flourish.
Thank you so much, Ms. Terrell. Is there any additional from the board?
Mr. Martell, this is Teresa Beard. I ditto to what everybody else has said, and I did put my comments to the secretaries on the chat, but I did want to let them know that they are appreciated and that I was very thankful that we were able to resolve this for everybody. And also welcome to Dr. Edmondson. I'm looking forward to moving our district forward and hoping that we all pitch in together and get us all going in the right direction. And then I have a maintenance question for you, Mr. Martell. So we're meeting on the 17th for a special meeting. Are there any other meetings that week, or is that just Monday? And then we'll have our regular board meeting on the 24th?
Yeah, I have to check with Mr. Crockett, but as far as I understand, yes.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to make sure I got them on my calendar.
And again, the meeting today was called for, this purpose as well. There were a couple of times, both of these were very time sensitive. So with our fall reopening plan and everything else going on.
Once the superintendent's contract is signed also, with our transparency reporting, his contract will be put on our website, correct?
Yes, all policies and procedures as far as compliance will be followed. Yes.
Thank you.
And just for audience He will be, his start date is on 17th.
17th.
Monday,
Yep. It sounded like you said the 7th. I just
no,
wanted to be
17th.
clear.
Is there any additional from the board?
Mr. President, this is Ms. Funderburg. I just did have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to have a transition piece in place for Dr. Edmondson and Ms. Crockett, as they are, kind of transferring over. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's
I think Ms. Crockett could
transition,
probably,
excuse me.
sure, I think Ms. Crockett could probably speak to that better, but I believe the board approved her
Yeah.
to stay on for some time after the new superintendent was chosen for purposes of transition. So I think
Right.
I can't recall the date, but Ms. Crockett,
September 30th.
September 30th. Okay. And I want to take the time again, if everybody can join me in just giving her an applause for the wonderful work that she's done, because she has. And we went through such a rough period, and she stepped up, and we are very grateful. So thank you again, Ms. Crockett. Thank you.
Thank you.
If there's
Motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn by Ms. Wester,
Support.
supported by Ms. Piles, can we have a roll call, please?
Judy,
Yes.
Ms. Funderburg,
Yes.
Terrell,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Piles,
Yes.
Wester, yes, Martell.
Yes, meeting adjourned, 6:29. I believe that's a record. And
Yep.
everybody stay safe. God bless. And this was a great day, great meeting. Very, very thankful. You guys have a great day.